So this is a video on how the CATW is scored. This video is probably more for tutors and instructors who are new to CUNY, and it's not as much for students because most CUNY English departments and most writing centers and other departments, they discourage students from focusing on the number of the score. And the reason why is this: focusing on the number really doesn't help you. It is a better use of time and focus to train the skills necessary to produce a good piece of writing, instead of focusing on the number, on calculating the score, on debating the score that you got, the score that you should have gotten, and the score that you want to get. Having said that, this is the only place where I will explain the CATW scoring, and I won't do it in the classroom or in the one-on-one tutorials. Generally, each CATW essay is graded by 2 readers, and each reader gives 5 scores. The 5 scores from each reader will get calculated into a final score, and I'll tell you how that final score is calculated in a little bit. For the 5 numbers from each reader, each of these numbers is a score for a category, one of 5 categories. I will explain these categories in another video, which will be available. The link will be below this video when it's available. Right now, I'll just name them critical response, development, structure, language, and mechanics. So let's say reader 1 gives a student essay 3 for each category, 3 for each of the 5, but the second reader gives the same essay a 4, and as a result, you just add up. First of all, you add up the 2 scores. So the first category, add up the 2 scores from the 2 readers. That's a 7. Second category, 7 for structure, 7, language, 7, and mechanics, 3 plus 4 again is 7. The next step is multiplying by 2 the first 3 categories. These are more important categories. That's why these scores are weighed double. So double these scores. You could do times 2, but I just like to just add the same number. I think that's simpler. So I'm just gonna add the same number for the first 3, so which is the same thing as double. So now all you gotta do is sum up, all these numbers, and you got the score. And the sum of all those 7s, all these numbers, is 56, and 56 is actually the score that you need to pass. 56 is the passing mark. Anything below 56 is failing. If there's more than a 1-point discrepancy between 2 readers, a third reader or the chief reader will read and decide on that essay. The maximum score you can get in the CATW is a 96. If you've gotten the hang of calculating the CATW score, you could stop viewing at this point, but I will go through 2 more examples. The first one, I will show how the maximum score is calculated. So the maximum score will go like this. So in an essay, that's a perfect essay with a maximum score. So the student will get a 6, which is the maximum score for each category. 6, 6, 6, and 6. That's not a good number. It's the number of the beast. Well, anyway, so just like the previous example, you add up the score from the 2 readers. So just summing up each score 6 and 6, 12, 6 and 6 is 12, 6 plus 6 is 12, 6 plus 6 is 12. And again, just like the previous examples, the first 3 categories get doubled. You could double by multiplying by 2, but I just like to add the same number again. I think it makes life easier. So the first 3 categories get doubled, so now all you gotta do is sum up all these numbers here. And when you add up all those maximum scores of 12, you get a 96, and 96 is the maximum total score you can get with the CATW. That would be the perfect score. If you've gotten the hang of the scoring, you could stop the video at this point, but I'll give you one more example, a more realistic example, or this is an example that you'll more likely see. Reader 1 gives a 3 under critical response, while Reader 2 gives a 2. Both Readers 1 and 2 give a 2 under development. Reader 1 gives a 2 under structure, Reader 2 gives a 3 under structure. Both readers give a 3 for language, and both readers give a 3 for mechanics. So now you add up the 2 scores under each category, and you have 5 sums. And again, just like the previous examples, you double the first 3 scores by multiplying by 2. But I just like to add the same number, which is the same thing as multiplying by 2. So all you have to do is add up all these numbers here, and the sum of all those numbers is 40. So that's the total score, and 40 is not passing. Passing mark is 56.